viewers to today's episode. We are going to discuss yet another important topic relevant to cooperative practice, and that is about the principles of cooperatives. Usually we are aware that cooperative is a unique enterprise and does not necessarily operate like other business models that many people are conversant with. And that is why we want to take time today to discuss the principles of cooperative. And we have invited, especially today, one who is very much acquainted with cooperative practice and principles. And he is no other than Mr. John Awotunde. Mr. John Awotunde is a former cooperative director in Kwara State. But today he is a cooperative consultant based in Abuja. Mr. Awotunde, you are welcome.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah. Last time we had a discussant at this platform. He mentioned something that is very important, and he said that cooperative is very unique. And its uniqueness can be observed in the fact that the cooperatives are actually owned by the members, and then the businesses are also carried out by the same members. This is very unique and different from what we observe in the case of companies. And we understand that cooperatives have special principles under which they are governed. What are these principles of cooperatives that make them very special?
Okay, thank you very much, sir. Cooperative principles are really fundamental, and they are the pillars on which cooperative operates. In 1995, the ICA adopted 7 principles from the Rugby Equitable Pioneers Principles. Cooperative has been well defined that it's a voluntary organization, and that is why the cooperative is open to every person that we see the activities beneficial to his or her life. So it's put open and it's voluntary, and that is the number 1 principle: open and voluntary membership.
Yes.
Number 2 is democratic members' control. Cooperative is a democratic organization that is governed, that is owned and governed by the members, controlled by the members. And number 3 is members' economic participation. That economic participation is your equity participation, and that's what makes you a member. That is your initial contribution as a member. In fact, you cannot be a member without that initial contribution specified in your bylaw. That is the minimum shareholding, which we call a condition of membership. Number 4 is autonomy and independence.
Okay.
We have said it that cooperatives are owned by the cooperators. We are the customer. We are also the employee. It is independence of members, independence of any other organization interference.
Okay.
It has been incorporated by the law, registered under the Nigerian Cooperative Society Act or the law of every state, cooperative law of every state. And number 5 is information, education, and training. This is also very cardinal to train the cooperative representatives, elected officers, the staff, and the members. Number 6 is cooperation among cooperatives. And that is telling us of the structures, the cooperative structures, from the primary societies, secondary societies, which we call union, and the state apexes, before we have the national apex. To facilitate our operation, the need to cooperate is very, very essential. And the last one, that is concern for community.
Okay.
That concern for community is our social responsibility to the community where we operate. And that is very, very important, to take care of the community where that society is located. And these are the principles, 7 principles, which are cardinal, and these are foundation on which cooperative operates.
Thank you very much. That is indeed very, very comprehensive. So what you are saying is that every cooperative society must be run using these essential principles of cooperatives. And then without applying them, then the enterprise in question cannot be said to be a cooperative society.
No.
Thank you. That is very well understood. Now, every organization, whether a company or a cooperative society, has its structure, as it were, and it has its workers. Now, within the cooperative endeavor, who are the officers of the cooperatives? What are their responsibilities, individual responsibilities of the various officers of a cooperative society?
Yes, the cooperative society, they are governed by the elected representatives in accordance with the provisions of the law. That is, the Cooperative Societies Act or the Cooperative Society Law of the States, which are derived from the Nigerian Cooperative Societies Act 2004, and then the regulations and the society's bylaws. And we have 3 standing committees in cooperative societies. The first committee, they are the management committee.
Okay.
Their composition may be 5, maybe 7, maybe 9,
It has to
maybe
be odd,
11.
odd number.
It must be odd number, depending on the size
Of the
of that
cooperative.
cooperative. And the president is the head of the management committee.
Okay.
We have the vice president.
Okay.
We have the secretary.
Okay.
We have the assistant secretary.
Okay.
We have the treasurer. and all other members of the committee. All these are contained, their functions in the regulations and in the society's bylaw.
Okay. Let us now look at the aspect of what people call tiers of cooperative. You know, we understand that cooperatives operate at different levels. There are those at the ward level, and there are others at higher pedestals, and so on and so forth. So, can you discuss these levels or tiers of cooperatives and why it is very important in the practice of cooperative?
We have at least 4 tiers.
Okay.
The primary society,
Okay.
as contained in Section 3 of Nigeria Cooperative Societies Act, and that is condition of registration
Okay.
of all these tiers in the Nigerian Cooperative Societies Act. We start from the primary.
Okay.
If you draw a pyramid, the base, we have the primary societies there.
So, who are these primary societies? Where are
They are
drawn from?
They are individuals. They are
Okay,
individuals.
individual people.
They are individuals.
At the ward level and in communities and all that.
Yes, in community,
Okay.
Community based, the workers cooperative, as we have various types of cooperatives.
Okay, yes.
We have financial cooperative.
Okay.
We have the group farming societies. That
Okay.
is the agricultural
Yes.
production area.
Okay.
Then we have the transport. We have the housing.
Okay.
We have various types of consumer cooperatives,
Okay.
like that of the Rockdale Equitable Pioneers.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Then the secondary societies.
Secondary, yes.
These are 5 registered certificates. That is
Okay.
5 registered societies.
Societies, okay.
5 registered societies can come together to form a union.
Okay.
Then 5 registered union
Yes. Okay.
can come together to form an apex in the state
Okay.
based on their various types of functions of the cooperatives.
Okay.
Like we have the cooperative federation in every state. Cooperative federation, that's it.
So
The type of-
what are these cooperative federations?
They are the 5 unions.
Okay.
The 5
They are
registered
kind of
unions.
umbrella
Yes, 5
cooperative
registered
in the
cooperative
states.
unions. That is secondary societies
Okay.
coming together, maybe multi-purpose, maybe financial cooperatives,
Yes.
or maybe agricultural
Okay.
side, just to facilitate their operations,
Okay.
for easy operation, for economic of scale.
Okay.
They come together then in the state to form an apex. Then the national,
Okay.
the state, 5 registered federation, state federation, can come together to form the national apex.
You mentioned them for our viewers, to be aware that they exist.
Yes.
So that we can go to so many other things. Our interest remains in the business of cooperatives. What type of advantages do the cooperative societies have over business organizations like the company? Now we are talking about different levels of businesses. Definitely we don't have such things with companies and all that. Are there other advantages that the cooperative may have, other company organizations and all that?
Yes, the cooperative has a lot of advantages over all other organizations, especially the private organizations.
Yes.
Like cooperatives really helps individual to be able to stand on their own.
Okay.
it helps individual to save. Not only that, the ease to access loan facilities, loan facilities, market facilities, and other facilities, depending on the types of the cooperatives. Very easy. Then the interest cannot be compared to the capital market interest,
Okay.
or the private company interest. We charge as low as 1%. Some we will not even charge interest there. Some interest-free cooperative society.
Okay.
Because the purpose is not to make profit
Yes.
out of anybody.
They are not money lenders.
Yes. And they are to help one another.
Okay. Even marketing
Yes.
to
Yes.
assist one another.
Yes.
You know, in selling their wares. I just want to make this observation. I remember in those days, in the 60s and 70s, and part of 80s, many people who work, you know, in ministries, government establishments, used to get car loan, you know, and people it was very easy to get into a job and become a car owner.
Yes.
These days it's no longer possible.
Easy to come by.
But I understand that cooperatives, you know, are still able now to give out facilities, loan facilities to their members who
Yes.
are in government services or private organizations for purchasing cars, and even for building houses and
Yes.
things like that. How correct is that information?
Especially the workers' cooperatives,
Okay,
where deductions are made from the source.
okay,
It's make it very easy for members to save,
okay,
and that savings allow them facilities, maybe ×2 or ×3
okay,
of their savings,
okay.
in line with the maximum credit limit of the cooperatives. And that has helped a lot of workers, even myself.
Okay.
When I was in service, I could not enjoy car loan from the government for 35 years. No housing loan from the government for 35 years.
You were getting them from cooperatives?
Yes.
Okay.
And I packed to my house before I retired.
That's very interesting. Yeah, it's very good, John, that you enjoyed your service days, you know, as a cooperator. And I hope that cooperators these days are equally enjoying their service years. Do you have any particular thing you want to tell viewers concerning the relevance of cooperative to them, the need for them to actually imbibe cooperative practice and they join cooperative at the earliest opportunity they have?
Like from my own experience, were it not for cooperative, I would not have achieved what I achieved before I retired. And by the grace of God, I entered cooperative with school cert.
Okay.
Yes, on level 4.
Okay.
And I rose to
become the deputy director.
Deputy Director of Cooperatives.
Yes.
And that is after 35 years.
And that was the meteoric rise.
Yes,
also.
that is. And by the grace of God, I still enjoy cooperatives.
Okay.
I think today for the wives, like one of our founding fathers, Dr. William King says, you cannot be a cooperator except you are a man of business.
Thank you.
And you cannot be a man of business except you are a man of education.
Thank you, John, for this brilliant performance. Viewers, we now come to the end of today's episode. We look forward to coming again next time. Until then, thank you and God bless.